you have to compare with the goals in this row. In this, so one means the performance is more important than the goals in the row. Suppose a static versus performance. I'm giving one to performance. Cost versus performance versus cost, because we are targeting students, and students, they don't have much money. It is for sure they are not making, they are not starting their career, so they are also concerned about the money. So performance versus cost, they're both equally important. That's why the book has written one half, which I agree with the book decision. And performance versus availability of parts. So in that case, since Tyler mentioned earlier that we are not going to open and disassemble, repair, we are just using it for maybe a few years, then we will replace with the high. So we will not be doing much of the maintenance on the. So performance is still the high priority goal as compared to the availability of part. Ease of use, performance is still important. Versatility. So versatility means that it can perform many softwares, either SolidWorks, Microsoft Office, PDF, other software browsing. So versatility is more important. Like if you are limited to perform CAE only and you cannot perform SolidWorks, so you will prefer buying the versatile computers. The portability, some computers are difficult to carry on, so you should make this lightweight. Portability is again important. Then at the end, what will you do? Let me show you. Let me show you that at the end you will add these points up, starting from here till here. Have you understood up until the first? I'm calling this matrix is known as rank ordering matrix. You have to rank, give the ranks that which goal is the highest priority. For example, this group, they are trying to make a stretcher for the patients. They can easily load the patient without hurting him or her more, because he or she is already in pain. So that is very important goal. So specific goal is to improve the functionality of the stretcher such that the patient should not feel more pain, and automatically it comes on the stretcher. So now the second thing is you will compare minimum maintenance versus with all. Minimum maintenance cannot be compared with minimum maintenance. So you put in diagonal, you put dashes, but because you cannot compare similar goals, so you will put dashes over here. And the other thing is, once you do this performance, this goal, you don't have to change the decision. The decision will remain same. Even so, what will happen? So you see, suppose if you are doing the versatility, you have already given 000 and 000 up until here. So when you come to versatility over here, you will just same thoughts. You will flip those numbers to 1 1 1 1 1. Otherwise, below the diagonal, you will just flip their numbers. That is the same thought. You understand what I'm saying? And then you will add these goals, points. You see 7, you give versatility as the 7, because computer students, they want their computer to be versatile enough. They can attend any class. They don't have to have two different computers for two different classes. So it should be versatile. And the performance comes the second highest goal. Oh, sorry, portability, second highest goal. And third goal is 4.5. Fourth goal, they are tie, and fifth goal is 3, so 1. But you see, they are very very close. So what you have to do, you have to rank them in the order of their points, and then you have to give these points further more range, not from 1 to 7. Then you will give again thought process. Let's give spread these from 1 to 7 to 1 to 100. So the way the book has mentioned that you will give 1 to 30 points to the optional goals, and then start from the highest 71 to 100 to the critical goals, and the remaining will come in between. So I would say you can spread up. Look, versatility, portability, performance, and cost, they are given critical goals ranking. And aesthetic, although it was 0 for aesthetic here, but we still give 15 points when we increase the range of these weights. So these are the goals in between the critical and optional goals. So you will show me the same decision matrix. First decision matrix, you will show me 10.1. I'm going to share with you this chapter. You will read it by yourself. It is very good that you understand this decision matrix. And the second thing, you have to show me 10.4 and rate the design alternatives. For example, I show you 4 design alternatives here, how to design a can crusher for residential use. And you have come up with 4 design alternatives and see which one is the best design. So then you will give weights factors. What is decision factor and the weights you already gave? Sorry, weights, these are the weights. WF means weight factor, RF means rate factor. Suppose each goal, how many goals we have been given here? 4, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 goals are mentioned in this rank ordering matrix. So for 8 goals, you have to come up with the rates. All these goals are written here, and then you will give the rating for design number 1. Suppose if you give 7 out of 10 and 9 out of 10 to design number 4, for example, this is design number 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it means you will multiply, use this formula for the decision factor, the weight factor which you already mentioned here, you will give your thought. This will come with your thought process. For example, which is the safest design? As the students mentioned, that professor, design idea 2 is the safest design. Then you will give 10 out of 10 to design idea 2. And this one, the further next to this one, I will say design idea number 1. You can give 9 out of 10. And design idea number 4, maybe you can give 8 out of 10. Design idea 5, 3, sorry, you can give safety. Rate factor is, I believe, 7, because here you have to gravity, you have to drop the weight, maybe 5 kilograms weight, or maybe 5 pounds. I'm not sure, but gravity is really risky. You can pinch your finger when you are dropping the weight. So that's why the safety rate factor for the design number 3 is low. So you will give a thought process for your design which you already made, because now you have 3 designs already. The last homework which you did, you came up with 3 designs free and clear. You will give at least 10 goals, including the specific. You can add more goals. More goals are better for your bigger scope, that you have a bigger scope spread over 2 semesters. So now look, what is the winning design? You will see this is the winning design, 3640 XKZ Model 10. This is a name given at your discretion. You can give your own name, ABC or whatever. It doesn't matter. But you have understood. Have you understood how do we find the winning design? So I want to see this decision matrix in your presentation. Next week is your presentation. You will come up with the abstract. The first slide, abstract. Second slide, introduction and background. Third slide, problem statement. General goals, specific goals. And fourth slide, it may be fourth, fifth slide. You can spread a 10 minutes talk. You will be given 10 minutes to talk about your slide. It could be 20 slides, 25 slides, but you have to finish your slides in 10 minutes talk covering these topics. Then you will ask Professor, information search. What other people have done in your project? Like you already have the stretchers. What are the different stretcher in the background in the previous generation? You have done some wheel research. Tyler, you have some done. So you can share with me, Professor. This is the wheel already existing in the market, but my wheels are cost effective, 40% reduction in the cost, improving functionality, less material, durable. And these are the things which you can convince your reader or audience that why your product is more um, important and more functionality. And team members design ideas. You finished this homework last week, your own freehand sketches, and decision, make sure you finish your homework. You will finish it this week, and don't worry about these last, because they will come in the last final presentation. You don't have time right now to do the remaining thing, but if you can at least conclusion, whatever you mention in the abstract, you can conclude in your conclusion that we were able to make the product, and references for your websites where you have gathered the background. So let me stop the recording here. Then we can I can share with your knowledge.